Here, wait. Don't try and start it.
What? Starting's not oil, Trevor.
Yes.
You have to at least put something in it.
Good call.
What are you...
You got a screwdriver you can stick up in there?
Oh my god. Who's responsible for this?
Apparently nobody, because, I mean, oh, here we go. We're picking up now.
This motor is toast. Oh, that's exactly what it looks like under the head, too.
It's like an ice cream machine.
It looks almost like Hershey's syrup.
So either one of two things has happened here. Either A, this is like...
I need that towel back.
This is like 50W90.
It's diesel oil.
Yeah, or
gross.
we have an issue.
I'm gonna vote on issue. Good thing we have that nice shiny new motor in there for it.
Hey, maybe if we put transmission fluid in it, that'll thin it out and clean it.
I'm thinking if it's been running this oil for very long, there's not much any sort of cleaning it'll do.
Yeah.
I don't imagine this oil has much lubrication property left in it.
The chunks are what worry me that you can see going down.
Chunks of what?
Oh shit, do we need to go get lunch again?
It's time. It's like our Hobbit second lunch.
Yeah.
Gross.
That is swell. I have no doubt there's no metal in there.
I'd be curious to see what this cut apart oil filter would look like.
Do you have a big pipe cutter?
No.
Yeah.
I don't have any tools.
That is true, because this is the shop.
Mm-hmm. All my tools are at home where real stuff gets done.
Okay, any car that had full oil, which this does not, would have already been done. Now might be a good time to mention that the guy said this was a good, or the guy who sold it to the guy who bought that you bought the truck from said this was a good engine, right?
The only thing they said was it ran, which obviously at one point, yes.
At one point in time,
that wasn't an untrue statement, but I knew what I was getting into when nothing on the motor was uncovered, the carburetor was uncovered, the spark plugs were out. That's why I wouldn't have gotten into this if we didn't have the other motor.
Yeah.
I would have moved on. But we do have the other motor. I can put whatever cam I like in it. It can be whatever I want it to be.
Alright, we'll come back to this when it's done. 5 minutes later, and it's still going. It is quite thick and gross. So expectations are set pretty low for this one. Alright, so all that time, and this is all the oil that came out of it. I use the term oil loosely for this. That is disgusting. Help you. Right.
It was oil at one point in its life.
Well, there's some of the filter. We can just throw that chisel away after this. I can't tell you how weird this feels.
I know, I've touched it.
The filter's like solid.
It's stuck together.
Yeah, well, that's the filter. Give her a... Does that have an oil pressure gauge? Yeah. Hey, you should see what that's reading. Well, if it's hooked up right, then yeah. Yeah? What? That wasn't very much. Let me try it again. Alright. Sure. Timing. Maybe. Or firing order, one of the two.
Well, Lord knows where the firing order is.
Yeah.
I think it's right, but I'm not sure.
I think timing is an issue. Oh. Yeah, that could be helpful. Okay. That's better. Oh! Rod knock. Yeah, it has a knock. If that's not a knock, I don't know what that is, but it did not sound good. So let's do more timing so it'll quieten it down just a little bit. And then we can hear the noise better. But there's something going on there, I think.
Well, I think I also have the wrong exhaust gaskets in.
No, you'll have to hear it.
Okay.
Okay, on pause. Righty. So. Okay, so that's worse. Okay, tally ho. Right. Well, I'm not entirely sure what to do about that. Go for blow. Whew! That was nice.
That is way too much timing.
That's better. Woo! Listen to that. Okay, shut it off. Nice. Noise.
Let's rock and roll.
Rock and knock. The timing's almost dead on. Yeah.
Sounds over. That part is 40.
Probably.
According to that, the battery's not charged.
That's fine. That's good. Rev it again. I can't hear any noise.
The noises we're hearing are exhaust leaks.
Let's see if it smokes. Hit it again. Yeah, it's got a little something.
A little something.
It has no coolant in it.
Shut her off then.
Okay, I guess go for knock. Definitely not charging.
Alright.
Not sure why. Good.
It genuinely does run all right.
Yeah, I think we got it. Alrighty, next day. All right, so it made a bunch of screaming and then shut off.
Crank it over and we'll
Yeah,
see.
go ahead and crank it over. Maybe it did just lock up. It made a bunch of screaming and then just stopped. Huh.
I don't know. Something funny's going on there for sure.
Try just here, just a second. And just floor it and see if you can like hold it at 2,500 or something. No? Okay. I guess it's fixed now. Hooked up to it for a while.
It's up a little right now.
No, that'd be after. Oh. Doesn't look that bad. What are you talking about? I mean, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, I've seen worse.
No, you haven't.
No, I haven't. You're right. That is. Oh my.
Are you starting to understand yet? I've seen worse.
John's seen worse. Oh,
John,
hey.
it's worse.
Is that? Oh no, that's actually metal. It's a wonder oil could drain back down.
It can't. The holes are literally plugged.
Did we ever pull the intake manifold
Check
off?
this out. It's like chocolate pudding.
Okay, let's pull the intake off. Low miles. What is this? What is that casting there? Yeah, I don't feel bad about dropping the dirt down in it anymore. What is? It's like Jello. All right, so this is the oil filter from the '78 Chevy pickup, and that was the side I was scraping on a little bit. There's what the rest of it looks like. Pretty much completely glossed over and packed solid with goop. And you can see where the filter's kind of crushed in just from the oil pump trying to shove stuff through it. It was actually worse than this. The whole inside of it was packed with goop too. But this was just kind of an experiment of soaking it in gas and transmission fluid to see if it would soften the goop up. And it really seemed to work pretty good. you can actually scrape the stuff off the filter now, and it's actually coming off, whereas before it was just so, see, like it's all just kind of slimy, and I don't know. I don't think it ever would have cleaned up this filter with this filter in the motor, but it definitely softened the whatever, the sludge up. But yeah, that is gross.